Test one. Okay.
Sweet.
This is Ken Casey from the Dropkick Murphys, and I love the Grandstanders! Take it away, kid.
All right, we ready?
Give us a countdown when you're ready, Todd. Go.
We're on now? Hello and welcome to another edition of Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman, and I'm joined by my usual cohorts, Uncle Joe McLaughlin, and he's JP's first son, Tim Hoey. Oh, we have another great show for you tonight. So, boys, let's get it started. We have to start with the New England Patriots. And, look, most likely they were going to lose in Miami if they had had Tom Brady, Teddy Bruschi, Ty Law. That's what we do in Miami. For sure we lose in Miami in September.
Wait. Why do we play Miami in September instead of in November?
Oh, absolutely, right? It doesn't make any
Because years ago, Bob Kraft complained that when Miami and the Patriots were both good, that
When
the
was
big
Miami good?
back
Oh,
in
Don
the
Shula,
early
yeah.
2000s, and when Saban was the coach and then everything, that the big game of the year was always in Miami. Kraft complained to the league that they were always doing things the right way, scheduling the early game up here and down there, and he complained about it. So now they switched it.
I mean, it's a great road trip for Boston guys to get out.
Especially in
right,
December.
exactly. Yeah, right,
December.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But look, so this game was going to be lost most likely anyways. It's just the way the Patriots offense looked. Look, it's all about offense, Timmy, right in the NFL right now. Yeah. And we look like we're 5 steps behind everyone else.
We have pretty good stable of running backs. Our receivers are a B minus. It's the offensive line, I think, that I worry about right now.
Well, Trent Brown is getting paid millions of dollars. Why does he think, Joe, that he doesn't have to give an effort? Gave up 2 sacks and a couple of hurries.
Yeah.
That should be his whole season.
Yeah.
Not one game.
Joe, you're an offensive line guru. What do you give the offensive line a grade for this week?
Oh, a D. They gave up. I was reading that Mac had the second least amount of time of any quarterback last week. They measure your average 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever amount of time.
It was like an 80 or 90% under 3 seconds of time.
Yeah, he had the second least amount of time.
Now, do you think he's frustrated? He came from an absolute wagon at Alabama with, superstar wide receivers.
You look at these receivers of his around the league; they're all awesome.
He had
those 3 receivers he had, probably 3 of the top 5.
He shows he's capable of hitting guys that are open. He's
Absolutely,
shown
yes,
that, right?
Right.
I mean,
No, he missed a couple of passes.
He missed a couple of wide open guys.
but this has to be a new world to him right now. Like, I mean, he's used to throwing to open guys. These guys, now he's got to put it into a needle.
Well, the moment you get hit like he did, give up the ball and give up a touchdown, you're going to be gun shy the rest of the game.
Yeah.
You can remember even seasoned vets like Brady would be seeing ghosts the rest of the game after a hit like that, strip sack.
So why does Bill Belichick bench Bourne, who apparently is in Matt Patricia's doghouse? Oh, I cannot believe Matt Patricia's back in our world. Seriously.
He's a rocket scientist. We have a rocket scientist.
Bring back Grandpa Gordon Hayward, Chris Sale, Matt Patricia, Kelly Olynyk. I mean, Matt Patricia could not have been more hated as the head coach of the Lions.
Now, it seems like because they got him on the cheap. Is that why he's here? Bill says he only likes to work with people that he likes.
The Ford family's paying him what, probably $4 or $5 million a year.
And all Belichick had to say was defensive
they-
or offensive coordinator, and they would be off the hook, right?
Yeah, right. But we knew when Matt Patricia came back last year, we knew he was going to hunt us this year.
Well, supposedly the Crafts love him. They think he's the heir apparent.
Oh, my God. I think you're right. I
It's a
think
little
Matt
scary. That's a
Patricia is
little
going to be
scary.
the next head coach of the New England Patriots.
Well, if the Crafts have anything to do with it, I guess they think. The
What do
world
they
of-
see? I mean, I give
Well,
Bob, I give the Kraft family his-
They talk to him every day. They see him in action every day, so they probably have a much better view of him and opinion of him than we do, because all we.
Do we give the Crafts credit for having a good judge of talent and people? I mean, they've been very successful in their life. I mean, are we the ones that are wrong about Matt Patricia?
No, the Detroit Lions, every player on the team hated him. They couldn't wait to get rid of him.
Why do they hate him?
Well,
He didn't treat them with
I'll say this
respect.
for the Crafts: they picked very good head coaches. What was it, Parcells?
Even Pete Carroll.
Carroll,
Yeah.
and Belichick. He was all guys. They went out and they thought they got the best guy available, and pretty much did.
But you're telling me, guys, that that you agree that Matt Patricia would be the head coach of the New England Patriots over Josh McDaniels, because that's what we're saying here.
Well, I think we don't make the decision.
No, but
No, but McDaniels.
If we
you know,
were making the decision, it'd be the other way
listen,
around. Josh,
but Belichick wasn't ready to leave, and Josh McDaniels was tired of being not a head coach.
if Belichick had said, "I'm going to leave in 2 years," which is done a lot in college. Bobby Bowden did it. I remember a few other big-time coaches. I'm going to leave in 2 years, and that we're naming Josh McDaniels the head coach in 2024. Would that have been enough to keep Josh McDaniels?
no,
here?
he was happy to go to Vegas and get a lot of money.
How long's his
And he got
contract?
to take the entire offensive coaching staff.
I know.
Everyone. Every single
does he get to do that?
position coach.
Yeah, well,
Does he give them a raise and a bigger title?
I think for a
Well,
better title, yeah.
and they weren't getting better titles in a lot of cases. Then they can always go if they have the permission of the team to go.
Yeah,
And they all had the
So
permission.
how
of
long
the
is
Patriots.
McDaniel's contract?
Well, probably 4 or 5 years, right?
You gotta-
So do you
got a good
think
contract.
they try to round him up and
No.
you think Belichick has 4 or 5
They
years
even-
left in him?
No, Timmy.
No?
And they even took the personnel director under Caserio as their new GM. They even took front office guys too.
No, to me, what this comes down to
Wolf.
is bad talent evaluation. I mean,
No
that's what
question.
we're looking at right now. Bad drafts, even though we had a pretty good draft last year, it's a culmination of bad drafts over the last 5 or 6 years, and we're seeing the result of it now. Now, Brady made up for a lot of bad things. It was a B talent out there with an A-plus
No,
quarterback.
I would say B minus.
B minus talent.
Offensively,
So Belichick went around the league taking C plus, B minus talent, getting them on the cheap, and Brady had this magic to him. I don't want to keep talking like he's an old girlfriend or something like this because we have to move on. Brady covered a lot, just the
Oh,
attitude about practice and responsibility and accountability, and he was surrounded by some other guys of like-minded guys. And Belichick was able to get away with winning with, Brady and a lot of B minus
Timmy,
talent.
that's how
around
he
him.
won the first Super Bowl with the Otis Smiths of the world. Remember, when we won that Super Bowl, nobody expected us to win that year.
And,
But he
and Brady was a B minus talent then.
Yeah, he
but we
won
had
with
to,
a lot of Roman Pfeiffers, Otis
But we
Smiths.
also had some very talented guys. We had Ty
Willie
Law. We had,
McGinnis,
Bruce
Lawyer
Lee,
Malloy. Was he on that
Ted
team?
Johnson.
Yeah.
Willie McGinnis. As time went on, we found out we had some talent in that.
Yeah, right. Those guys.
2
became-
years later, they were dominant.
Offensively, not so much, though they had some good linemen, as I recall.
A steady running back that
Yeah.
game, too.
Look, this
Good
ta-
J.R. Redmond for the third down back.
Would you agree that this town has less patience for losing than we've ever had in our lifetime?
Oh, it used to be. This would have been water off a duck's back.
Look at the Red Sox
Yeah.
ratings.
Yeah.
Like crap, the Patriots ratings down 20%
Now,
last
and
week.
you
people
lose-
bail quickly in this town
You
now. They-
lose. It used to be. When I was growing up, the Red Sox were in 9th or 10th
Stay in
place.
the camera, Joe.
9th or 10th place every friggin' year, and still they got great ratings, better ratings than now.
No, well, they didn't draw crap, Joe.
They didn't draw crap, but
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to
As
get
a
to
kid,
town.
my whole life, the Red Sox were on the radio, no matter where I went.
Yeah. Of
Every
course.
All
store
the
you
time.
went in, you went to a friend's house, it was on in there.
Yeah, my lifetime, I know for you it's 67. For you, it's probably
67? Yeah, 67,
For me, it's
absolutely.
75. When 75 came, they've always pretty much rolled, unlocked the doors and
And
had
typically
2
they'd be
million
in the
people show up.
Well, typically they'd be in contention and then fall off.
Well,
those
since
are the Red
67,
Sox
they've
we
had
grew
their
up
$2
with.
million every year, I think.
Okay.
We grew up with the contending team that never won it. That's what we
Right.
grew up with.
Oh, and some great teams.
Yeah.
I mean, some great
Yeah.
players. I mean, I would argue that 77 and 78 team were better than
Oh,
any
yeah.
teams that won the World Series.
We just lacked in pitching.
We did, yeah. So, right. But
Yeah.
no,
But the
but
star
al-
power was gigantic.
But also remember, 97 we won in 77 we won 97 games, finished 2.5 games out of first place, second place too, sharing it with the Orioles. You win 97 games now, you're winning a division.
Yeah.
So it's changed, but we have literally no. Maybe it's because of social media. Maybe everything's so reactive.
There's a lot of other
I
options
think it's in the last 20 years, Boston has enjoyed quite a bit of championship success. Maybe not the Celtics and Bruins, but they've each won a championship
Yeah.
in that time. And the Patriots and the Red Sox have won multiples. So
Red
now
Sox-
we just jump on the bandwagon of what team in town's the winner.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And I find myself doing it.
But the
and I'm
Red
a lot-
Sox dropped the ball. We were so excited coming into this year. Right, Scotty, when was the last time you saw me as fired up?
Oh, I
coming
know,
into the year?
absolutely.
The Yankees game we went to last year was the loudest game I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah,
It was the most exciting, fired up crowd I've ever been in.
That was so much fun.
And
then
then
the
they let
Tampa series
Renfro
was
go
fun.
and they let Schwarber go. And they're both killing it right now.
And they didn't-
just horrible decision making from Hein Bloom. Some bad
Yeah, well, we'll
Oh,
get
and
to
he
the Red
brought
Sox.
in a lot.
We'll
Brought
get
in
to
a
the
lot
Red
of
Sox.
bad
We'll
yeah.
get to the Red
I'm
Sox.
sorry, we're still on the Patriots.
Yeah,
I'm
we're still on the
sorry.
picture.
Sorry, I'm going
Positives in the defense. I thought Wise played fantastic. Duger had his moments. Of course, he blew that one play. Safeties played well. Look, they only gave up 13 points in that one at the end of the half. We get a performance like that defensively each week, and I think we're in good shape.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, it's the strength of the defense seems to be the defensive tackles, the big guys out in front, and the safeties. Everything else is like up for grabs. It's that middle ground. The
linebackers didn't kill. No, I thought Bentley played. I'm not a big Bentley fan, but I thought he played pretty well. Anything?
I think he's out this week.
Bentley's out,
He didn't practice.
but don't you think he played well?
I thought he played well, but he's a first and second down guy. You know him.
Right. Bentley, you were happy with.
Yeah.
McMillan, I didn't hear his name at all.
No.
I mean,
And I was surprised Anthony Jennings was a healthy scratch.
yeah, right. Oh, and
The guy they hyped all preseason comes to the first game and they sit him
Now,
down.
are we going to talk about Bourne at all?
Yeah, we're gonna get to you.
Okay.
It's an hour show. We're gonna get. He's fired up.
Oh yeah, he wants
He's
to
fired
talk,
up.
He wants to talk KB.
So defensively, and the defense showed a lot during preseason. They're not going to be as bad as we thought they were going to be.
We'll see. We'll see.
But they played well. That's not the problem. Though I think Tua sucks. I've always thought Tua sucked. Tua will
He
give you.
missed open guys all day.
But he'll give you like 3 or 4 times. If the Dolphins are ahead, he'll still give you 3 or 4 plays where he'll try to get intercepted and try to get you back in the game, right?
That's what he's done. He's helped us out many, many
And then
times.
that coach, I know he's the first. It was his first game as a head coach. They were throwing trying to do reverses when they were up, and all they have to do is sit in the ball.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad coaches in the NFL. So when we trash Bill Belichick, it's not like all of a sudden you can replace him with a top coach.
He beat us pretty soundly.
No,
His
he
first
did.
year coach who going up against the great Bill Belichick, and they beat us pretty handily.
All right, so
well, the 2 touchdowns that they scored, with that strip sack of Mack.
Oh, but those are the
Sure.
games the
That
Patriots
he-
used to win.
Oh,
though. We used
yes,
to say,
I agree.
the Patriots won a lot of games that they were all played in through the years, and all we would say is the Patriots find a way to win.
Yeah, the other team would make the stupid
Yes,
mistake.
yes.
And that game, Mack made the stupid mistake on the strip sack.
Oh,
and
well,
Jugga made-
yeah. What are you two doing? Yeah, you and Russ trashing Mac on that play. What are you talking about?
It's his job
No,
to
that was
know
Trent
what
Brown's,
the
that was Trent
defensive-
Brown's guy.
Yes, but Mac is supposed to know what the 4 defensive backs are doing at all times.
Oh no, he hid that
That's
pretty
his
well.
job.
He
He's
hid
facing
no.
the defense.
He came from about
He's
4 or
standing
5.
up behind
No, Joe, he came about 4 or 5 yards out. They were hiding that. That's Trent
It was a
Brown,
safety blitz.
whose job is to see what is going on the left side. That's his job, not Mac Jones's. Come on, remember that? And these fellas, Russ and Joe, are ripping on Mac Jones.
You're going
A
against
safety-
the expert
a
here,
sa- a-
Scotty.
No, a safety blitz wouldn't be the left tackle's man.
But he was on that side. What are you talking about?
But the safety, he's blocking the the right defensive end. Safety went unblocked. There should have been a back. Mac should have made a call right at the line of scrimmage and said, whoever, I think they were at 12.
You cannot.
Come over here and block.
You cannot blame 100% Mac Jones.
Oh
for
no,
that.
he should have just
Well, that's
thrown
what
the
you
ball
guys
away.
were doing.
He should have just thrown the ball away. The strip sack was, shouldn't have happened.
Do you hear frustration in Jones's voice? When I see him,
Of course.
he seems like he's pissed off.
Well, I'd be pissed off. He didn't have any time. He didn't have any time all game long.
No. Look, he missed the Aguilar. He missed the Aguilar bomb that would have probably been for a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Wide open. He missed a couple underneath
He was
those.
short. He was throwing it short.
Yeah.
All game long. He wasn't. Maybe that was the back. I don't know. But even in the first drive, that one which should have been interference in the end zone, he way underthrew it. He was underthrowing all game
Does it come
long.
off to you like Mac Jones is not happy with the situation he's in right now?
Well, no, I don't. I think he's too.
I think he was a little hurt because he was throwing.
No, but even
thoroughly.
before that, just all preseason, I kind of get from the tenor of his attitude like,
He seemed like he was happy.
Well,
with
obviously
the
he's
win.
very happy that Josh McDaniels was his coach, and all of a sudden McDaniels
yeah, like it
leaves.
seems like he's
I don't know. Patricia
he doesn't
sound
like this kind of the way things are unfolding down there. He's not.
Joe Judge is the quarterback's coach.
I know, but
Oh,
Patricia's
Joe
running
Judge,
the
the guy
offense.
we were laughing at last year, the guy we were making fun of last
Well,
year.
we're making fun of both of them.
I know.
I mean, it's just he just
I
brought
don't
back
get it.
cronies.
It seems like the Red Sox and the Patriots. It seems like even though we have Bill Belichick, but it seems like they're both rudderless right now.
Well,
That's
be
what
happy
it feels
you-
like from a fan
Be
stand-
very happy, Tim. You have Celtics season tickets
I
right
know,
now.
but it feels like they're rudderless.
Because we've
you
had
know?
20 years of
I
success
know,
from both of
but
these
I
teams.
don't see like a plan.
Well, those have been the two most successful teams
I don't
in town.
see like okay,
Of
well
course,
this
yeah.
guy's up and coming, and this guy's up and coming, and there's a path run. Like even when before Brady, when Bledsoe was here, it felt like we were improving, we were getting better.
Well, you were in the top 10 of the league for sure.
I don't see light at the end of the tunnel for either organization.
I think we have unrealistic expectations for both the Red Sox and the Patriots. We expect a championship every year.
Well, in our market, for the Red Sox, we should for the prices we pay, Joe.
I agree.
You know what? The Red Sox better be like.
I think
If
Red
we
Sox
used to be
management
the guys
failed
in the
us.
hunt for the superstars, right? We were like a power in the market. Do you feel like that anymore?
And that's most ridiculous. You're right, because it's ownership's unwillingness to spend money when we're giving them money to spend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We're paying top dollar for seats, parking, concessions, everything. Don't ask for A+ prices and give us a C- product.
And the same thing down in Foxborough. Top dollar
Everything.
across the league. Top dollar all the way around the league. And most of the league has much better seating.
Look,
Much better stadium.
not re-signing Xander Bogaerts will be the move that they dread for many, many
Oh, I
years.
don't think it can happen now.
Oh, it can happen, Scotty.
I think Warner and John Henry have already gone to Heim and said, cut it out, this crap. Cora's making it obvious.
Oh my God, is he ever?
He's making
I was
it
just listening
obvious.
to him on the radio here. He's just
making it
loves
obvious, shove it right down Heim's throat, that things are going to change. And I think Henry and Warner will step in and make sure Xander
Stays.
stays.
He has to
and
stay now.
Devers will be signed.
You heard Eckersley? Eckersley's,
Last night, yeah.
no, but Eckersley's been saying it for a month.
Yeah.
He's the Red Sox Derek Jeter. Oh my
I tell you, he's got all the leverage right now. All the leverage. Hine has painted himself into a corner right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Cora is absolutely rubbing it in with that Jerris Familia
Wait,
lesson.
oh, was he ragging on him?
No, he left him in there because Heim gave
Oh.
him. This is who Heim gave him
Oh,
for his,
oh.
and he left him out there in the 10th inning as he gave up 3 runs.
He couldn't find the plate at all. It was pathetic to watch, and they DFA him right after the game.
And Philly had DFA'd him a week ago, and this is what Heim brings.
And they're in the
to the
company-
team.
We're transitioning to the Red Sox
Yeah.
again. We can't
Oh, yeah,
help it.
the Red Sox get you more mad right now.
We always
I
go to the
know.
Red Sox. We're in Boston. Well, look, I always admit that we are a Red Sox show first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're called the Grandstanders. All right.
Wait, get still what the Patriots do. Do you feel there's no direction right now? Do you feel that way?
A rudderless ship? No, I don't feel that way, because every year they have started out looking like they're and didn't
last
that
year
offense look like a preseason offense?
Joe, but
Their
last year
defense looked
they
like a
ended
pre-
so horribly last year.
Oh yeah,
They were trending downward, and the
Yeah.
trend seems to be continuing
well, look,
downward.
Look, we had a great draft last year. We'll agree with that.
Yeah.
And Cole Strange, the
Well, he looks like a solid
PFF
player,
had him.
but he's not a game changer at that position.
No, but at least this kid Al Groh's son is now the guy who's who's buying the groceries now
Instead of Nick Caserio.
Yeah, he's the one who's drafting. So he had a great draft last year. Though Barmore was quiet on Sunday, I expect him to do great things. Then you love Stevenson. So Strange was a good pick. So we can say now the draft was not a complete failure already.
Yeah. And Stevenson is going to get a nice opportunity now that the first string guy is on IR.
Right, Thornton
Montgomery's been put on IR for the year.
No, he has 4 games.
Montgomery was over Stevenson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Montgomery, they like him a lot, but Montgomery's on the IR for the next 4 weeks. Thornton, obviously IR. And then the Jones boys. What did you guys think about the Jones boys? They played limited
Kind of
action.
a mixed bag,
Yeah.
good stuff and bad stuff.
Right.
They're rookies. Got to take
But
some-
nice potential from the two.
I couldn't really tell. I couldn't get a read.
But if
quite
you can
yet.
get 2,
Well, you'll see more of them because I'm sure one of them is going to be the kick returner now that Montgomery's out.
yeah,
Right?
right. So this draft is looking like you're going to get some players from it.
But star players is star players?
No. Well, you're not going to ever draft a guard in the first round and
Yeah.
think he's going to be a
I know.
star.
Yeah.
But looks like you have contributing
Now,
players.
where would you say, do you think our speed got better this year? Because
Well,
that's what we were
defensively,
lacking
it looked
last
like
year.
they did, right?
It's a linebacker position for sure.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
That was our big detriment.
And I would say even the defensive backfield looks a little faster this year too.
Yeah. Wilson, did you see anything in Wilson, the
Didn't really-
linebacker?
didn't stick out. Nothing that stuck out for me, but
But I felt like the
And our great hope who's on the practice squad right now. The guy who we were all revved up to see, this great linebacker. That's why we didn't draft
Oh,
a linebacker.
McGrone.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't draft a linebacker, even though we desperately needed a linebacker. No, this guy's coming. He's coming. He's,
Yeah,
Well,
no.
my favorite little Jordan Humphrey is.
Oh,
been
now
put
he's on the
team.
53-man roster. Yeah, absolutely. But continue the offense. You have to talk about your boy Kendrick Bourne. He comes and plays only 2 plays the whole game. One of the plays with a 41-yard
Yep.
reception.
It feels like Malcolm Butler all over again.
What is that? What seriously? What? I mean, okay.
Well, Kraft was not happy about it. Obviously, Kraft's commenting on it. I don't know.
Well, he
I'm
is?
hearing-
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear it either. I
Supposedly,
should say.
Tom Curran says he did.
Yeah, there was some rumblings about Kraft. I don't know if it was a direct quote or whatever, but I was hearing some scuttlebutt that, Kraft was
I'm
why
paying
isn't
this
Bourne
guy
playing?
because Bourne gets a good paycheck.
Yeah.
He's paid a lot,
Yeah.
like $9 million.
To sit on the sideline?
I truly believe that if the team goes 6-11, as I predicted, or 5-12, or even 4-13, that Bill Belichick gets fired.
No, he won't be fired.
I don't know.
I don't know that about
I
that,
don't
Joe.
know, Joe.
Will he retire and go upstairs?
That is the more likely scenario. They won't fire him. They might kick him upstairs.
And if he says no, I don't want to. I want to be the head coach. I want to still coach. They fire him.
Then he goes to Nantucket like Danny Ainge went to Utah. And
then
he ends up in
I can't
New
see
York
them firing
Giants.
the greatest football coach.
But
That-
no,
you know,
no,
and
it
people have said
happens.
it in history. Is he really? Was it really Tom Brady? The mystery to me is still
Well,
Right.
look at, time passes you by, too. Look at Vince Lombardi. He was the greatest with Green Bay.
Is he fired?
No, he retired, and then
Okay,
he went to
so-
the Giants, and he stunk.
Right,
He'd
so-
originally been with the Giants before Green Bay.
So there's a great history. Vince Lombardi didn't he go to the Redskins?
Yeah, I think he went to the
Okay,
States,
so they
yeah.
went to Redskins. Tom Landry retired.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Landry got fired. And that was
Chuck
Jerry
Noll
Jones.
retired.
Landry was fired.
He was? No,
Fired.
you sure?
Fired. Jerry Jones, when he bought the team, fired him right away.
And brought in
Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
Johnson.
Okay, so he fired Landry, so he didn't have
Yes.
a problem with
and
that.
And that was a mistake. He was one of the great football coaches. I hated his guts.
Don
but he was a
Shula
great-
retired.
Can you just, all I remember is Tom Lee on the Sundays
The
watching
hat.
the game with the hat
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
up and down the sideline.
Like
That-
Bear
that's
Bryant,
like my
I-
childhood
Yeah,
is
no, I know
watching
it.
those
Roger
Cowboys
Staubach.
games, you know?
They were
with the long,
Yeah.
coat on.
Trench
Tony
coat on,
Dorsett,
yeah.
Drew
Ooh.
Pearson.
Yeah.
They were great. You had to love them. I mean,
Sundays,
my God,
yeah.
that was
Roger Staubach.
CBS, Pat Summerall,
Yeah,
and Tom
those
Brookshire.
were my Sundays growing up, you know?
I know, that was the best.
Yeah.
I go back to the Frank Gifford days.
But I loved the Redskins with Billy Kilmer, Sonny Jurgensen, those guys too. Also, that was fun. NFC.
Oh, that was a
Ricketts.
great combination when those two were the
the
quarterback in
yeah.
Washington.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
those
yeah.
were fun games. So I always loved the Redskins. But
Billy Kilmer with the belly out.
belly,
Yeah.
like smoking a cigarette on the sideline.
Yeah.
But so when if you look at the history, Bill Belichick will be treated very well.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
likely.
very delicate situation.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a very,
He's had 2 head coaching jobs. He was successful in both.
I,
Matter of fact, before last year, who was the coach of the last Cleveland Browns playoff team?
Right.
It was Belichick.
Brian DeBole is in the Giants.
Daboll.
Daboll. He's not going anywhere. So the premise that Belichick would go to the Giants and be the head coach probably not going to happen.
No. Well, I think, geez, how many times was Dayball a coach here? Remember he went with
Yeah.
Mangina, but then he got back in the good graces.
Mangina.
He got back in the good.
See how he snuck that in?
He got back in the good graces. Remember?
Yeah.
And he went to Alabama with Saban, then came back here.
is he 70 now, Belichick? 70?
Yeah.
He's 70 this year.
Timmy, Belichick goes 5-12. Does he have a job as the head coach next year?
I can't see them firing him. I just can't see them. I just think it would be just a PR disaster from a lot of perspectives.
So you say no.
I say they can't. They might really encourage him to come upstairs in a lot of ways. But then when he comes upstairs, is he still the king?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the pressure that Patriots fans would put on Kraft would be extraordinary.
if the
Well,
ratings
no,
are
I
still down
think-
20-30% all year,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Well, now remember, if he has back-to-back 5 and 12 years, then he gets
What was that
fired or
record
kicked
last year?
upstairs.
10-7.
10-7.
But I'm
seems
telling
like a
you
good
that
year now, doesn't it?
no, but doesn't.
well, they
because
won
it's-
8 in a row there.
Yeah.
But the stink of that playoff game ruined anything about that
Well,
series.
the 4 games after the break.
Yeah.
When they had that late break.
Terrible.
Yeah.
After that, the team never showed up again.
You know what I compare that? That's the anti. Do you remember when the Patriots started to get good and Bledsoe? Like we saw them getting better. We saw them ascending. Like we're
Good
a
young players.
We're a real team right now.
Yeah.
You know. And you said, I can't wait. We're getting better. You know, we were good. We're getting better. Good draft. Bring us a couple of other guys.
Yeah.
It feels like this team's going in the opposite direction.
Well, that team had a lot to build on. Remember, they'd been in last place for like 3
they
or
had
4
a lot of
years
good
straight.
players. They had
So they were drafting a
Willie
lot of
McGinnis
talent.
and,
Yeah.
all
lot
those
of
guys.
top-notch talent.
Yeah.
You know,
And they were good drafts.
And so when they got a good coach to come in and put it together,
Yeah. Well, Parcells knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He saw a team that was getting better. Parcells was no
he
dummy.
wouldn't have taken the job if he
Yeah,
thought they
right.
were a bunch of
He
stiffs
said,
there.
look, he looked at the guy, the roster, and said, "These guys, you know, this guy was a
These are
fifth pick.
players.
This guy was a pick here. I got something to work with." Here.
Okay, so that's my question, boys. If all of a sudden we are 1-6, are we rooting against the Patriots? Because we know being
was
in
thinking of that
being in
today.
that middling 15th pick in the draft, so maybe it gets you Mac Jones, but most of the time it sure doesn't
the,
get
Ba-
you.
I
the
can't.
Bengals forever, right?
You want to get a Micah Parsons,
Yeah.
so you want to be like the 5 or 6.
Joe
range.
Burrows just turned that.
You know what I mean? So you want to be
5th or 6th pick in the draft.
Yeah, but
know,
Yeah, I agree, Scott.
I just cannot, the suck for luck and all that kind of people that want you. When the Celtics, they wanted the Celtics
It's real.
to
It's
tank.
The NFL comes down
I
to...
couldn't do it. I can't. When it comes down to it, when I'm watching the game, I can't root against the Patriots. I
the
can't
NFL
root against
comes
the
down
Red
to-
Sox.
Because each game is a separate
Yeah.
entity.
Who's
in
at the
itself.
top of the pile of here? Superstar quarterbacks.
Well, we don't need a quarterback.
No, but
for
super.
draft.
I know. Well, we don't. But that's who's left standing every year. Super duper.
No, but Mac Jones is capable of doing that.
I don't know if he's that
He
level.
is, he
Scotty.
is.
I don't
Oh, I
know.
don't think he's Mahomes, Josh
No,
Allen.
no, but
level.
he's capable of
he's not
going
Josh
to.
Allen level. He doesn't
he's
have-
Justin Herbert level.
No, I don't think he is.
He's
Scotty.
capable of.
He's capable of being a top 10 quarterback, and if you got a good defense and a good, reasonable offense, you can win with
Tom
that.
Brady
He's got
wasn't
to
a
win with very good team.
Tom
around.
Brady wasn't a top 5 quarterback till when? 7?
But was he
Yeah.
really? Was he? But was he really though?
No, till 2007.
Statistically, but he had a lot going on.
No, but Timmy, until 2007, he wasn't a top 5
Well,
quarterback.
2006, I thought he made the league.
We had the best team in the league. In
Remember how he had-
04.
But he wasn't a top 5 quarterback.
They
in 03 and
should have been
04.
in the Super Bowl in 06. Remember Riche Caldwell
I
dropping
know.
them? He had those terrible wide receivers. He took that team on his back. That's when he made the leap.
Okay, but he was not a top 5 quarterback.
The first
in
3
3 and 4.
Super Bowls, he wasn't a top-notch guy. No.
I'm saying so we can win Super Bowls
Yes,
with
you
Mac.
can.
With Mac.
But the
Daddy.
rest of the team's got to be very, very good. Remember those 2003 and 2004 teams? Wow,
Their
that defense was unbelievable.
Oh my God.
We don't have that.
All right, we got 30 minutes left, so we got to get to the other sports. So it's prediction time.
Up.
We're giving the Jimmy G jersey to Russ.
Yes.
Because he's not there here.
Not here to defend
Not
himself.
here. So-
We are going to trash you,
this,
Russ.
this was a
Joe, you can make
thrift
Russ's
shop
pick for him.
purchased by a handsome Todd, and so he's getting the
Who
Jimmy
might be
G.
even more handsome
Yeah.
than Jimmy G?
than
Yeah.
the last time we saw him.
Oh.
He's.
Jimmy
I'd
G-
take Todd over Jimmy G. Ladies, you don't know what you're missing. If you don't
I parked next to Handsome Todd, just hoping for his scraps.
Well, the handsome one, thank you, Rich. So he gets
Like
this
Todd's the
shirt.
kind of guy you go out, you bring him out, right? Just because you know, like the girls are gonna come around, and you're gonna get something.
Leftovers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Russ has picked the Patriots to win 142 to nothing.
Yeah, right. So he loses. All right, Uncle Joe, give us a prediction. Patriots versus Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh.
16-13. Maybe not that high scoring. I'm afraid to say Pittsburgh. I think Brian Flores. Belichick has never done well against his old assistants, has he? Over the
No,
years.
he's not the head coach.
Never has.
It's Tom.
He's not, but he's the defensive coordinator.
No, that's true.
And he'll work up some things to make Mac's life miserable. Even with no T.J. Watt, he can make Mac's life miserable.
All right.
Tim. 21-10, the Patriots lose.
Wow.
I'm not optimistic.
Wow. I have the Patriots are going to lose, but I think it's going to be 24-23. I think it's going to be a close game.
So you heard it. Russ will be the winner, the only one who picked the victory.
I have to be honest with you. Again, I think maybe 6 wins that I predicted is a
be
reach.
high.
Forgetting about you guys with the 8 or 9 wins. You guys have no shot.
Well, if you look at the schedule.
schedules, Timmy's got a point there.
Yeah,
it
it's
is a
not-
pretty easy schedule.
There's a couple of
Devontae
rough
Parker, all of a sudden, I'm watching the game, and I go, he's N'Keal Harry times 2.
ones. Is he?
If we're,
Oh no, he can't block.
why
on
do we
the
have
field.
to have wide receivers that are jump balls? Why can't we have guys who get open?
That's why I said get that little Jordan Humphrey in there. He's like 6'4".
Why do we have to have 50? Why do we have to get wide receivers that have 50-50 balls? I don't need that. I want the guys
I want
wide
him open,
Yeah.
catching it in
And running.
stride and running.
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
we like the guys that fight for the ball.
We want the Marcus
And the
Smart of
excellent
wide
blockers.
receivers.
You dissing my man, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Smart,
we'll
come
get-
on. Any chance you get, you give him a little cat dog.
Even
Oh.
talking hats.
If the handsome one could look, there were some tapes on recent shows during the season where one guy over here, JP's first son, was kind of ripping on Marcus.
You wooed me to
Oh,
the dark
no,
side.
yeah.
You got into
He
my
had.
soul
I
briefly.
recall Tim saying, "Trade him."
No, only for like a first round draft.
Only.
First pick in the
First
draft.
pick in the draft. You're not getting that. First
Pull the
pick.
tape, Todd. Pull the tape. I deny.
Yeah. See, that's why he's making up for it now. All of a sudden, don't you even say anything bad about
Well,
Marcus?
look at this. They would not throw Marcus Smart in the trade for Kevin Durant.
There was never any trade for Durant.
There was. I agree.
The Nets made that up.
The Nets
and put it
won.
out
If
there.
they threw Smart in it, they would have made it.
That's why I have no.
they would not have.
I have
Valuable
no
to the
respect for that
yeah, the
sham
Nets
guy.
would have made it. The Celtics wouldn't have made it without Marcus.
That
Smart.
sham
That
guy.
was-
Sham. What's his name?
Whatever.
Whatever. That was just for clicks. That was
got plenty.
total.
Well, the Nets put out that.
Let me put it out. He
I
put it out.
don't think the Celtics would trade Jaylen Brown straight up for Kevin Durant.
No.
Forget about and 2 first-round picks and 2 more swaps and D. White or Mark Smart. None of that.
The Nets could have played 20 games
Bullshit.
against the Celtics. They weren't going to win one of those games. And it was getting worse and worse.
Well, that first game got close. If Tatum
No, that
didn't
first
pull it
game.
out of the hat there.
We still would have taken them in 5. We're much better.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. That's a joke. All right, go to the Red Sox. Look, they're in last place. They deserve to be a last place team. This is about the worst pitching that I can remember a Red Sox team having in a long time.
Oh, yeah. You see Cora about the 7th inning. He looks at that
Yeah.
bullpen. He says, I got nothing more.
Nothing.
I used Schreiber
fault
in the
is-
6th
whose
and Matt
fault is
Barnes
this?
in the 7th.
What's that? It's
Whose
Chaim
fault?
Bloom.
I'm Bloom.
He thinks he can just pull people off the scrap heap and plug them in and
Like
throw
this,
them
this
in. And,
Jeris Familia. The
You
guy
know,
was
you know what it reminds
stunk.
me of? The first time I ever shoplifted, I got caught, and I never shoplifted again.
Well,
you know what I mean?
that was
So,
because you had bad taste in
my mother came up, the
shoplifting.
look she gave me, I was up at Zers on American Legion Highway,
Oh,
and I stuck
Zers.
a couple of 8-tracks in my
That was
seat.
you.
Seals and Croft, I remember. It was a Seals and Croft. I was like 13
Bad
years old.
BB King covers.
And I got caught, and I never did it again. What's the worst thing that happened to the Red Sox was Chaim Bloom almost making it to the World Series by slapping a team together. No real plan. Pick this guy, find this guy on the trash heap, get him for cheap, throw it together. Was that the worst thing that could have happened to him?
Oh, my. Look at the relievers this year that have been put on waivers. Saramora. Then we had the guy who's pretty good in the playoffs, actually, at the end of the regular season, that he took that guy back. Remember him? Who's the reliever that they had?
Well, they got rid of Darwin
What's the worst thing that could happen?
No, but I'm saying,
Was Chaim Bloom having success last year with his modus operandi?
Hansel,
Robles.
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 Right, but no, but there's just countless Austin Davis.
Yeah.
He has literally had to put on waivers 6 or 7 guys.
But he almost won the World Series doing it last year.
Right, no, but all of his decisions have been poor this year.
All poor.
Poor.
all.
And you should not screw up a bullpen that badly.
And then, okay, get him something decent. You had to get rid of Robles. They got rid of Sawamura, got rid of Austin Davis. Get me something. He brings in this Familia that was DFA'd last week. What did he think? He's going to change overnight and be great?
So
This
how,
guy
how much
Ort-
money's coming off the books this year?
Russ has a lot.
A lot of money because David Price is coming
They
off
better
the book.
be
JD.
freaking. We better be hearing about it on the front page of the sports page every week that they're going hard.
But it's
after
an
big
easy.
people.
It's easy. You re-sign Xander, okay? You re-up Devers. I know Devers has another year, but you re-up.
Yeah.
Okay. You have an infield of Casas, who's going to be a star.
Yep.
No question.
Story,
Infield set.
Xander.
Casey,
They
Story, Xander, Devers. Would you agree, guys, that you have an infield that can win a World Series?
And that's fine with that. And
Would
I'll
you
even take McNeil and Wong as my catching combo.
McGuire, yeah.
McGuire and Wong
Yeah.
is my catching
You're
combo.
fine with them.
If I got that infield and
those
we
two
have
catchers.
and we have at least one, I'd like 2 additions to the outfield.
Right. Okay. So would you agree that is a
They're decent infield and catching.
decent? First of all, you're spending a shitload of money.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Story,
It's 22
Xander,
million.
and Devers are.
And there's
what-
nobody out there in that price bracket that we could plug in instead of those guys.
No,
instead of one of those
you're
guys.
very happy with that infield. Okay, and you're right to save a little money, and you'd get.
I can live with those
You get
catches.
similar production from that you'd get from a Vasquez. Wong looks like he's actually developing into a player, and this McGuire kid has played very well since he's played.
And both of them have shown the ability to throw out runners.
Yeah.
You know, something Plawecki just cannot do.
And now there's going to be a lot more stealing in Major League Baseball. We'll talk
the
about the
bigger
rules
base, yeah.
with the rules change because you can only throw over twice.
And
That's it.
Can I make one point about these new rules? Okay, you got a pitch clock to speed the game up.
They're great rules. The rules are
Great. What about the rule that now Sweet Caroline can go extra time? They added, all the time they're saving on the pitch count, they added for the between innings.
More commercials?
Yes.
Do they really?
They added, you know, it's 2 minutes, the
Yeah.
clock goes 2 minutes, now it's 2:15. So that 15 seconds times 2 times 9,
Yeah. Well,
you've
that's not
added
that
like
much.
5 minutes to the game, but you're taking away from the players and you're adding it to the commercial
The
time.
revenue.
Okay, but look, I'm glad.
I wonder who made that suggestion. The
I'm
TV
glad the
people.
game is sped up. It's,
Oh yeah, the pitch clock
Remember,
should make a
Scotty, remember we were
difference.
going nuts.
Oh, but also I'm glad.
nuts.
I hate the shift.
Oh, like
the
Samoa.
shifting I
Are they
hate.
allowed on the shift?
They got rid of the shift.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that's terrible because it
Can't
dis-
have 4 outfielders.
it
anymore.
distorted how you
outfield
watched the game on television.
Yeah.
Because anytime normally you see a ball hit up the middle,
Yeah.
that's a hit.
Yeah.
Or you see
Or, over the second baseman's head.
yeah, a
Right?
line
It's
drive.
Yeah.
A solidly hit line drive should be a hit.
Yeah, and can you imagine if Big Papi didn't have to deal
Oh
with
my
the shifts?
God, because he hit it right over that second baseman's
But
head.
you know
all
who's the
time.
best against the shift is Xander. He goes to the opposite field every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So what, Joe? Now, can they put another infielder? Can
No.
they put 3
They-
infielders on the other side?
No,
of
they
second
can't.
No.
2 infielders have to be on both sides.
I love it.
And they have to
You
be
can
on
be-
the dirt.
I
You
hate
can be,
the shift.
yeah, they have to be on the dirt, and you can put basically 3 on a side by stationing the guy at second base.
Right behind second, but
Yeah.
not on the other side
No.
of second.
But you can't do that, put the guy in a short fielder position.
Oh, I'm
slow
so,
pitch softball.
Yeah.
so happy. I mean, was it Theo Epstein who did this, or was it Manfred?
Theo was one of the consultants. They had a committee that reported about that. And,
It was hurting baseball. It was hurting averages. It was hurting offense. It was hurting a lot.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I can't. And then
How
you
many
know,
times do you see a guy hit a good ball? You go, oh, freaking shit.
well, there's going to be a lot of hitting now because with the pitch clock shortened up, that takes
Yeah.
a lot away from the pitching.
But like you say, you've said this many times. All of a sudden, they're going to be more tired because what they're doing is they're resting in between pitches.
Yeah.
And-
Especially relief pitches were the worst.
Yeah.
They'd suck up about a minute
Yeah.
and get completely back and then fire
And
100 miles
Barnes,
an hour.
I don't know. Barnes is gonna. Barnes is just. He doesn't want to throw.
2 throwovers. So you got to pick. You got to be very judicious on when you're making a throw now. Because after you throw 2, that guy's gonna be.
You do get 20 seconds between batters when there's a man on base.
But imagine after 2 throwovers, you can be freaking.
Well, that's
You
going to
can't-
speed the
you can't
game up.
throw over
No,
again.
but Joe, Timmy, that's good because those 4 or 5 times you're throwing over, everyone, even the
So
home
you
team
won't
boos.
see a second throwover because after you throw over twice,
Yeah. Then the
what do you
advantage.
do? Now
Your
you can't
hands are
even-
tied.
Now you can't even.
I wonder if then you could throw it to second.
No, what you're going to see is now, which I used to love, a lot of pitch outs.
Oh yeah.
You haven't seen a pitch out. in years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna see pitch outs again.
We're going to see strategy again. Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pitch out now after the 2 throwovers.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
gonna have to.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
It is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Look, it's not like they just invented this out of thin air.
Yeah.
They've been doing this in the minor leagues, and it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They try
then-
everything.
Well,
out.
you see guys like I notice it in Bayo the most. Of the guys coming up, he's been on the pitch clock like his whole career
Yeah.
at the higher levels. You see him; he has no problem, and he's still throwing 97, 98
Yeah.
mile per 98 mile an
I
hour
go to a lot of high
sinkers.
school games. The kids just pitch.
Yeah, but that's it.
They
don't
just pitch.
screw
They
around.
get the ball. The catcher throws it back. They get it. They get the sign and they throw the
But
ball.
also remember, it's also on the batter. He has to stay in the box.
Yeah.
He can't screw around. He can call timeout once during up at bat.
Beautiful. Someone's finally paying attention.
I might give
Survival of the game, Timmy.
Yeah.
the next thing is give a team you only get 2 timeouts an inning.
Oh no! Well, first of all,
If the-
I don't
if
know
the first
why
2 batters do, then you can't.
we don't need any pitching coaches or manager. Why does the manager have to come out to take the guy out?
Yeah.
Just take him out. What does
Yeah.
he need to go over there for?
He's got a phone. He can yell, "Hey, you're out of here."
He just
So what is the average game length right now?
3 hours 5 minutes.
And what's the goal? 3 hours and 5 minutes?
Yeah, they would want to go 2:35.
Just back in the 70s, the average game was 2 hours and 15 minutes. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
That's
how,
what we grew up with.
Yeah.
yeah. So
the game
the
we
game,
loved.
the game is, if you remember, the Red Sox used to start at 7:30. And I remember they'd always get done by 10.
Yeah.
You know, and then you used to get blocked in at the parking lot.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Because there was some, and the guys in front of you were drinking in
Yeah,
fathers.
I know. So how many times would you see? I mean, if the door was unlocked, of course you were putting the car in neutral,
and
you were
pushing
pushing it. Or if the door was locked, you were breaking the freaking window, right? Because otherwise you'd sit there the whole night
Yeah.
because you were blocked in.
Well, I never parked when I
Till
was parked. I don't
closing
pay to
time.
park.
Yeah, we're coming from a
I don't
thruway.
pay to park.
Yeah.
I know you don't.
Yeah, you'd be stuck till closing
We would
time.
suck, yeah. So all of a sudden someone would come with a sledgehammer or something and go, tap.
Ah, jeez.
Okay, everyone
You have
push.
to get stereos out of it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
So it's fixable. Outfield, Verdugo. I would argue that everyone's talking about the Mookie Betts deal, continuing to talk about it 3 years later. But Verdugo, other than home runs, I'm not saying that he's Mookie Betts, is putting up similar numbers to Mookie Betts.
He's a good. He does some dumb things.
But he's a
But
He's
he's not the problem. For
He's
sure.
not the problem.
He's a decent.
He's Trout
everyday
Nixon with a little less power.
He's a decent everyday outfield.
Yeah, but would you
Hey,
say
how's JBJ doing with this new club, by the way? Hitting
oh,
home runs?
probably nothing.
Didn't he hit one against us?
Oh, he did. but so Verdugo he's a starting outfielder.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
On a great team,
I'm
he's
from-
fourth.
I'm not wild about Kike in center. Defensively, he's not that great. He's got no arm.
I think that Kiki's probably also an insurance policy of Xander Bolts because he can also play second.
Or
Can
short.
Story go to
Yeah.
I thought Story.
I think Story's arm's gone. He looks like it. The injury that he came over with was to his throwing.
Well,
arm.
then you better re-sign Xander Bogaerts.
Exactly. I think that from
We
what
have a
I've seen late in
gazillion-dollar
the
guy that
season,
has a bad arm.
he'll never be able to make. From what I see in the game,
He's a great second baseman.
yes, great second base. I don't think he'll have the arm for shortstop anymore.
You are not. I just want to talk to Sam Kennedy.
Didn't they
and
put Arroyo over there to give Xander a break?
Yeah.
Not Story.
You're not going to be able to sell this, Sam Kennedy, and we love you, Brookline Zone. You're not going to be able to sell why Xander is no longer on the team. You're not. That's just not. 2
He's got
years
all
from
the
now,
leverage. He's got all the
4
leverage in
years
the
from
world
now,
right now.
6 years from now. We don't care if Xander's having an off season. Xander belongs in this team. He belongs to retire with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
I would think a 4-year,
No.
and then club options or
No.
player options.
He's got 2 more years of an option. They'll probably try to consider that
Make it
at 20.
guaranteed.
So they're gonna. They
What's
got
he gonna get?
$25 million a year. I
No, he
think.
gets 20 right now for 2 more if he didn't pick up the option. If he kept the option, you got to tack on 4 more at 30. So that would put. This is Joe. Who would give a shit? It's not your money.
I know, but I want to pay other people too.
Oh, you don't worry.
What's someone willing to give him?
Just stop it.
Are we
You
competing
get
against
stars,
ourselves? Who are we
Joe.
competing against?
Get this.
Yes, Tim.
Who are we competing
That's
against?
what
You don't know
Gotta
what
tell
you're talking about.
So
Xander
what's someone
Bogaerts.
else willing to give him?
The Giants a team like the Giants or the Mariners will give him $30 million a year. You saw the Texas Rangers give guys the Seager and Simeon $30 million a year.
How do these
That's-
teams do it?
Well, they have
And everyone got fired in Texas for doing it.
stars do not grow on trees. Xander Bogaerts has proven since 2013 that he knows how to play with for the Boston Red Sox. He is a beloved superstar in this town.
And right now, leading the league in batting average.
Do not talk to me about guys
Yes.
who are on other teams that do not exist with the Boston Red Sox. Signs it because you're going to have to pay that money too.
You're going to have to sign Xander. I don't think you're going to have to give him $30 million a year though.
I don't give a shit. All right, we're going to make a vow, and we can do it. I don't give a shit how much my teams pay. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to wear. I'm not right. Would you care how much they pay?
I'll tell you what, John Henry's not in the red over there.
Yeah, no.
Oh no.
No.
We drove home from Fenway once, and we figured out that he makes at least $500 million a year on
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah.
500
Do
million.
the math.
Yeah.
Every little sign, every little trinket, everything.
So
The
what are you
real
worried about, Xander Weiser?
I'm not worried about it.
What's the name of the
I'm
company?
worried about
They're the
sal-
product.
yes, but the salary cap will preclude
Oh,
them
Jan-
from signing other people.
Who gives? But we have a star in it.
So they
Yeah.
make 350
Take the bird in the
million.
hand, yes.
So they make 350 million versus 500 million.
Yeah. Well, no.
Were you worried about a guy from the Dominican Republic that you'll never see? What do you care? I mean, stars. You talked about
Stars.
the Patriots, Timmy. You're like, we don't have any stars. Stars.
Stars.
Stars win. Look, the NBA, it's all about stars.
I want
Oh,
them
yeah.
to go after Judge hard.
You can't win
There's
a title.
that would be our right fielder.
You can't
I
win an
want them
NBA
to-
title. Would you agree you can't win an NBA title without a star,
No.
at least
Oh,
one?
of course
They
you
have
can.
to go after Judge. They got to put a giant bullseye on Judge, if I'm the Red Sox.
No.
Well,
First of all,
I hope they don't get him too. To tell
No,
you
but
the
they
truth.
got to try.
I
they
found
gotta-
myself rooting
oh
for
my
him
God,
last night.
why do you do this, Joe? You don't want to get the
Oh,
one of the
I'd be
top
happy
players?
if they get him.
Well, you
Fine, but I just want to drive the price up for the Yankees.
No, I want to get Aaron Judge.
I would be
I'd
fine
start- I'd
with
start
them. I'm
at
fine
40.
with them.
They took Johnny Damon from us,
Yeah.
and they took Jacoby
Jacoby
Ellsbury.
Ellsbury.
Why can't we take
And Henry
Aaron?
has the money. He's got the money.
Roger Clemens. You
Why-
go on and on.
I'd
Why-
start at 40 with him.
No, 50. What do you
Well,
care?
start at 40. Go up to 50.
Start at 40.
First of
yeah,
all, you're
yeah.
going to have to re-up Devers before you pull that stuff.
Right, you have to have the bird in the hand first.
You got to get.
I
you-
want the infield first, then we'll go for the luxury.
Can you imagine that infield that we just talked about, and then Aaron Judge in right field?
And he would make Kike a lot better center fielder because he'd cover a lot more ground. And he
Oh,
has
my-
the arm for right field in Fenway, too.
Oh my God. I love stars. Look what we're talking.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the
We love
Celtics.
the-
Celtics have two superstars, right?
Yep.
Superstars.
And I would say our center could be a superstar someday.
Nah.
He can't stay healthy.
I don't know. I like him.
But his super,
He could. I love watching his game. I
Love
agree.
watching him, man.
superstars in the NBA scored lots of points.
I know, but I don't know.
And
There's
and
something
there's
about him.
and Tatum, we underestimate. He is like the Iron Man of the NBA.
I know, right?
He puts in more minutes every year than anyone else. Every
know.
year he does it.
You
I'll tell you,
ripping
Williams, you
Tatum.
watch Williams he'll be a star this year.
You ripping
Oh, yes, he
Tatum,
will.
and you love Marcus Smart,
I ripped
the
on
tough guy.
We were all ripping it. Don't say
Tatum's-
I was ripping on Tatum. We were all ripping on
Tatum's
Tatum.
tougher than Marcus
Because
Smart ever
Tatum, the first half of last year, Scotty, I wanted him shipped out of town. You know what? The coach got in it. You were right.
No. I never.
We were right
no.
there. Me and you were at the
no,
game sitting there.
No.
Like, if we had spitballs, we would have been shooting
No,
them at
I
Tatum as he
never
was
said.
sulking.
I never
Oh,
said trade
my
Tatum.
God.
I
didn't
said
say
he was a
trade him.
dog.
I said he was a bum.
I know he was a bum. I agree. He was a dog.
And he had a change of heart.
But I knew you were never going to
Scotty,
get rid of him.
Jason Tatum, the first half of last year, I did not like him.
Right. But
He's a star.
your boy Marcus is
What don't I like about Marcus
injured a
Smart?
lot. A lot.
A lot
He
of
plays
false
so
hustle,
hard.
though.
Look at Marcus Smart 3 times a game. Looks like he just got shot 6 times and stabbed 5 times, and someone dropped an anvil on his head.
And he wasn't even touched.
And he looks like he's like it looks like they should bring an ambulance on the court, and then 3 minutes later he's diving for a ball. In the
No,
stands
but
again.
Timmy, you got to. And I
yeah,
agree
they
with you.
showed the replay, and the guy
But
never
he's-
touched him.
But also, he's a flopper, right? He's a flopper.
Whatever he is, I love him. He comes to
50%
play.
of
man.
Marcus Smart's injuries are self-inflicted.
Listen, you know what Marcus
Right,
Smart
yeah.
is? Marcus Smart is a Boston athlete, man. He's what we love.
He's a
in this
dirt
guy.
dog. He
You know,
is a dirt dog.
He might
He
as
wants to,
well.
when he comes out with the green hair, I want to kiss the guy. I love him.
I wouldn't even be shocked.
You know
What is
what
he
I
from
mean?
Texas originally? Yeah, is he?
That's where he went to school.
I would-
You know what
I wouldn't be
He
shocked
says,
if he
"I
has a
like being
Boston accent."
You know what I like about him? He says, I like being a Boston Celtic. I like being in Boston. I like being a Boston Celtic.
Yeah. Okay.
Okie
That
Okie
goes a
State.
long, that goes
That's
a
a
long
handsome
way
one.
with me. Instead of like, oh, well, we'll see what kind of, he wants to be here. He wants to
And,
be a Celtic.
and
He
he's
wants to win.
ingratiated himself with the Boston fans.
Yeah, and I like him
instantly,
for it.
Instantly.
I'll take Marcus Smarts all day. It's versus the Kyrie Irving. Well,
But I think would you agree that Marcus would be out of here if he wasn't so popular with the fans?
Oh, yeah, they were, yeah.
I don't know. He's
agree?
he's like Terry O'Reilly in a Celtics
No, but I'm
uniform
saying
to
you
me.
would agree if he hadn't been so popular.
I don't know. He's had his ups and downs. He's had his ups and downs.
Nobody screams
Other
don't
players like to play
louder
with him.
if you hear than
When he
him.
takes a 3-point. I'm not saying I like his shooting, Scotty.
Dope.
But I like him. I like him on my team.
And I think the other players like him. They like having a guy like him that fires
When they're
them up.
winning.
Yeah.
When they're winning.
Oh, he gets tiresome. Like
Yeah.
remember, Euclid was the same way with the Sox.
Yeah.
Euclid was that kind of guy. And remember, finally, man, he just whacked him.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart is Terry O'Reilly in a Celtics uniform. To me.
I think
That's-
yeah,
You
that's a
got
great comparison.
Marcus will get the job like you got the job.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Broadcaster.
You know, Marcus will never have to pay for a meal in this
No.
town.
Oh no.
You know
And
what he
God-
says? You know what I like? I like being here. I like being a Celtic. I like that.
Yeah.
That does a lot for me. you
Look,
know?
the best things that the Patriots and the Red Sox have going for them are everybody's just going to transition immediately to the Boston Celtics and forget that these two ever existed.
Once training camp starts, you
oh
know,
my God, those.
we'll abandon ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we'll watch the Patriots. every
Oh, yeah.
Sunday. It's
It-
just
no,
it's like changing your underwear. You just got to do
And I
it.
still turn on the Red Sox game every night.
Yeah,
That's-
I don't.
I found myself watching that 9th and 10th
I watch
inning.
YouTube. I watch Game of Thrones or something else. I don't know. There's too many other things to take my.
I was rooting for Judge to hit more home runs. I
I wanted to
You
break.
know,
it.
over the, yeah,
I wanted.
I
To,
do.
I remember seeing Maris hit the 61st.
yeah, against the Red Sox, right?
Yeah.
Stallard?
Yeah, Tracy Stallard.
Yeah, right. I didn't.
At
know-
Fenway.
Yeah.
He
Right
broke it at
into the
Fenway.
bullpen.
He broke it at Fenway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Last game. Of
I
the
can
season?
remember seeing it. It just made it over the fence.
Last game of the season.
Yes.
Was he a lefty?
Maris, yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh, in Yankee Stadium. That right field fence.
First
That-
also-
that's the only way he broke it.
But the old Yankee Stadium was a lot further than
Right?
this.
Was it back
yeah,
then?
Yeah.
Judge is so easy to root for. He's such a
Hey,
nice
oh, wait,
guy.
the old Yankee Stadium still has short right push.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
course,
still
yeah.
short, but not as short as it is now. Now it's much shorter.
I mean, it's like a pop-up.
But
Yeah,
Judge
it's
is
a
a
joke,
right?
right-handed hitter. Can you imagine Fenway Park, that
Oh.
wall, and he hits them high?
I love.
$60 million.
Yeah.
Why not? What do you care?
I don't care. Sell the yacht, John Henry.
But no. You will get it back.
Timmy,
you will get
Timmy
it
will
back.
ferry
He's
you
got
around
like a
his boat.
25-person staff on that yacht.
You will
know
get
what I
it
mean?
back. They get it back when they have these big
Oh,
stars. They
I
just-
agree.
They amp up all the,
The ratings
prices.
are terrible for the Red Sox right now.
Well, who
Someone's
wants to
got to
watch
answer
them?
for that.
Who wants to watch
And you know, geez, that broadcast team that they got now with Euclid and X, I know X gone next year, but that's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's
they're
a
fun.
good team.
Dave O'Brien is so terrible, though. Oh my God, they need to get rid of him.
Who's the other dude when Sean McDonough's
Mike-
not on the radio? Who's,
Oh, you hate
I
this.
hate
Will
Joe
Fleming.
Castiglione?
No, he hates
no.
Will Fleming. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I just.
He's hated him since the beginning.
Yeah.
What's this guy doing here? Get Scott Kerman on there.
Oh my God, absolutely. And I just want to mention Michael Kay. And I don't know who does the games on Yes with Michael Kay. Is it Cohn?
No, she does
No,
the radio.
that's David Cohn.
Oh, okay.
No, that's
Oh,
Susie
yeah.
Friedman.
Yeah.
Yeah, who I like a lot. Yeah, you know they have a girl. She's
Yeah.
from Newton. She's
Yeah.
been a
Yankees,
woman.
right, yeah.
She's been doing it for years, and I like her a lot. She's great.
Except that time when
Roger Clemens. Oh, that's great. Are you kidding me? That's what I've listened to that like 10 times. She's great. I can't believe we let someone from Newton, Massachusetts
Root
go-
for the Yankees.
No, go to the other side. Yeah, she's from
Yeah.
Newton.
Oh my God.
Go to the
She
other
went to
side.
the dark side.
I guess Boston.
I think John Sterling's done though. This
Oh,
is
he's
his last
yeah,
year. He's lost. it.
He keeps on calling everything a homer.
Calls home runs,
remember that
foul
one,
balls.
Yeah, but
It is long. It is deep. It is broad.
how did we let her go? She's been there for years.
Well, she's been there about
Boston?
15
Would
years.
Boston would Boston was Boston ready for a woman announcer?
Right when
No,
Scotty,
they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have
I
gone
don't know
for it.
if she's really good.
She's great,
You have to be good, no matter male or female. You just have to be.
but I don't
really
think
good at what
15
you
years
do.
ago we would have been ready for that.
I like someone who's fun.
And she is. She's great. Yeah, I mean,
Johnny Most was fun.
Oh,
he was
the best.
He was.
I
was
long
fun.
for those days.
my boys do.
They
hate to
missed
hear,
our kids.
They hate
Yeah.
hearing me talk about Johnny Most.
You know, that's one of the lucky
He
things
made
we got.
more
was Johnny
Celtics
Most in our
fans
lifetime.
Oh my
than
God.
anyone else in history.
I used to just
Is an animal. I mean, just the way.
because you know
Like
you
Dave McNair.
You thought there were people hatcheting each other out there. You know what I
because
mean?
most of the Celtics games were not on TV back in the day, so you'd be more than happy just listening to the game
You
on the
would
radio.
think like people were chopping each other with axes. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, Silas would club someone to the floor, nudged by Silas.
I know. Then you watch the game and like the tape of the game, you're like,
um,
you don't little John.
Muggs, Stanislaus,
No, Stanislavski was Marcus Smart,
Stanislavski.
the acting.
Yeah, oh my God, that was
And
the
the
time.
referees, he'd be, you know. all
Sean
over
Grandy
them.
is very good, and
I like
Sean
Grandy
Grandy,
and
Grandy-
Maxwell.
I spent the night with Sean Grandy. At a,
He was
a
on the
party.
show before.
He was
Were
on the
you-
show.
Were you here?
yeah.
Oh, wow, he's a good guy.
Yeah, very good
Yeah,
guy.
good
No,
guy.
yeah, we like. I used to see him all the time in Brooklyn. I don't know if he lives here.
No, remember he said that he used to, his ex
Oh,
lived here,
right,
and
right.
he when he visitation
Yeah,
with his
because I would see
kid.
his kid at the whatever the pizza shop.
and he would come and pick him up here.
Yeah.
That's why you'd see him here.
But yeah, Sean Grandy's a good guy, and of course Maxwell's a very good guy.
Oh, Max is one of the
I
most
like that.
entertaining
Max is
people
like a
in the
little
business.
Johnny Mostish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to get him on the show. All right, well, that's our show tonight. Want to thank the handsome one again. We just saw a handsome one. He just told us 5 minutes left.
Ladies, you don't know what you missed.
More handsome than he
ever.
was when he did the 15-minute, which is just remarkable. We missed
Physically
Rusty
impossible.
tonight. Of course, want to thank the boys. Check us out on
But you can
Spotify.
wear it.
Check us out on Spotify. The Grandstanders. Start following us, and it's changed many people's lives, and hopefully it'll change yours. My name is Scott Kerman. We'll be back again 6:30 on Wednesday night. Have a great night yourself. I'm Scott Kerman. Have a great and happy night. The elephants are in town.
Here comes the circus.